What's even more fascinating is how simple it is. It's something you might have used in your tea, in desserts, or sprinkled on top of your oatmeal. Yes, I'm talking about cinnamon. Now, I know that might sound too simple, but stay with me, because what I'm about to explain might completely change how you look at this common spice. Cinnamon contains a bioactive compound called cinnamaldehyde, and this is what gives it both its distinct smell and its therapeutic power. Cinnamaldehyde has been shown in multiple studies to relax the inner lining of blood vessels, allowing them to open up and carry blood more efficiently. For men, that's a big deal because strong, consistent blood flow is the foundation of male performance, vitality, and stamina. Many men over 40 begin to notice that things just don't work the same as they used to. Erections become weaker, stamina drops, and energy feels inconsistent. And what's really happening isn't just hormonal, it's vascular. Over time, blood vessels can become stiffer, inflamed, and less responsive. When that happens, the body simply can't deliver blood as effectively to all areas, including those most essential for intimacy. Cinnamon, through its natural compounds, helps by reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, two of the biggest enemies of healthy circulation. And here's the surprising part: cinnamon doesn't just support blood flow. It also helps regulate blood sugar, and that's one of the most underrated factors in men's health. When blood sugar levels stay high, it damages the small arteries and veins that supply oxygen, rich blood throughout the body. This can eventually impact everything from heart health to erectile function. Cinnamon helps by improving insulin sensitivity, meaning your body uses glucose more efficiently instead of letting it accumulate in the bloodstream. But before we go deeper, let's address an important question. If cinnamon is so powerful, why aren't more doctors talking about it? The truth is, many of these natural compounds fall into what I call the ignored science category. They're well documented in research, but they don't get much attention because they're not patented, not profitable, and not easy to market. But as doctors, when we look at patient outcomes, we care about what works. And natural support systems like this can make a genuine difference, especially for men who want to take control of their health naturally. Let's talk about how to actually use cinnamon safely and effectively. Like any natural ingredient, not all forms of it are created equal. There are two main types of cinnamon you'll find on the market: cassia cinnamon and Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon. Cassia is the most common type you'll find in grocery stores. And while it does have benefits, it also contains a compound called coumarin. In high amounts, coumarin can be toxic to the liver, which means cassia should only be used in small doses and not every single day. Ceylon cinnamon, on the other hand, is much gentler. It has the same beneficial compounds but very low levels of coumarin, which makes it ideal for daily or long-term use. When I recommend cinnamon to my patients or viewers, I always suggest Ceylon. It's usually a little lighter in color and has a more delicate, sweet flavor. Now about timing. One of the best times to consume cinnamon is actually in the evening or before bed. Why? Because your body naturally enters a repair and recovery phase during sleep. Blood flow improves, hormone levels stabilize, and cellular healing takes place. Consuming cinnamon before bed can enhance that process by improving circulation and supporting stable blood sugar overnight. The easiest way to use it: take about half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, mix it into warm water, milk, or caffeine-free tea, and sip it slowly about 30-60 minutes before bedtime. You don't need large amounts. Consistency is far more important than quantity. Now, let's go one step further. Cinnamon works even better when you combine it with nutrients that support similar pathways. For example, magnesium, which relaxes blood vessels and reduces stress; zinc, which plays a major role in testosterone and reproductive health; Vitamin D3, which supports hormone regulation and overall vitality. L-arginine or beetroot extract, both of which help the body produce nitric oxide, a key molecule for maintaining strong and lasting erections. When these nutrients work together, they create what I like to call a circulation synergy, a natural way to restore and maintain performance without needing extreme interventions. However, one thing I always emphasize to my viewers is that no single food, spice, or supplement can undo poor habits. If you're not sleeping well, if you're sedentary most of the day, or if your diet is filled with processed sugars, even the best natural remedies won't perform miracles. Think of cinnamon as a powerful assistant to your lifestyle, not a substitute for it. Simple things like daily walking, stretching, or even 5 minutes of deep breathing can increase circulation and help the spice work more effectively. Hydration matters too. Blood is nearly 50% water, so staying hydrated helps maintain the pressure and volume needed for proper circulation. So, what can you realistically expect when you start adding cinnamon to your nightly routine? The first thing most men notice within the first few weeks is a subtle increase in energy and alertness, especially in the mornings. This isn't caffeine, it's your circulation improving. When blood flow improves, oxygen delivery to muscles and tissues becomes more efficient, and that affects everything from stamina to focus. By week 3 or 4, many men report more consistent performance and confidence. Morning erections often return or become firmer, which is a good sign of improved vascular and hormonal function. Some also notice that their sleep becomes deeper. Cinnamon's natural compounds can help regulate blood sugar levels during the night, preventing those sudden spikes and drops that often wake people up. Cinnamon can also have a positive effect on mood. Remember, proper blood flow supports not just the body, but the brain as well. Stable glucose and improved circulation help maintain neurotransmitter balance, which in turn supports better emotional regulation and motivation. You might simply feel more driven, more alert, and more balanced throughout the day. Now, of course, everyone's body responds differently. Age, diet, physical activity, and underlying health conditions all play a role. But when used consistently, about half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon daily, most people begin to feel noticeable changes within a month. The effects are cumulative. The longer you use it as part of a healthy routine, the more benefits you'll see. I also want to talk about expectations. Cinnamon is not a miracle cure and it won't turn back time, but it can help your body function as it's meant to by supporting your natural circulation, hormonal health, and cellular repair processes. Think of it as giving your system the nutrients and signals it needs to perform better on its own. If you want to take this to the next level, pair your cinnamon routine with light evening exercise, something simple like a brisk walk after dinner, a short stretching session, or even mindful breathing. These help activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which supports relaxation, recovery, and blood flow, all of which enhance cinnamon's effects. After several months, the combined impact can be profound. You may notice better energy throughout the day, fewer sugar crashes, improved mood stability, and yes, stronger, more reliable performance during intimacy. These changes are signs of a healthier vascular system, better hormone balance, and reduced inflammation, all of which contribute to longevity and confidence. So, can a simple spice really change your life? Maybe not overnight, but in the long term, it absolutely can change how you feel, how you perform, and how you age. The best part, it's inexpensive, accessible, and backed by science, not hype. If you found this information helpful, share it with someone who might need it. Sometimes the most powerful solutions aren't found in a prescription bottle, they're sitting quietly on your kitchen shelf.